Welcome to Howson.
Wait, what's this one called now?
Howson Mckola.
But it was called Mckola and Howson on Devil. Oh, what? Wait.
Respect.
Wait, we're still on Devils though, right?
No, not really.
Oh. You lot still remember us though, right?
Do you remember that show?
Do you remember us?
Remember that day?
Do you know who I am? I'm Mckola.
Check your tag.
Is Howson. We're here. We're uncensored. Here on Stretford Paddock with over 500,000 subscribers. God knows where all you lot have come from. But we're back to have a little uncensored chat, and I literally haven't got anything prepared, so
right,
I
well,
don't know what we're doing
luckily,
today.
I banged a tweet out earlier.
Oh, did you? So you have got some people not blocked?
Yeah. I got spaced though.
I get so many tweets in a day telling people telling me to tell Steve to unblock them. And what I would say to them is, go tell someone who can unblock them, because I can't. He can.
And they can't tell me, because they're blocked. Here's the thing. If I blocked you, I don't regret it. Right, are you ready? This is from Age MUFC 20. Says, does Nathan Ake have potential future with us? What possible formations could we see him?
Does he have a future with Manchester United? Should Manchester United be looking in the market for a centre-half? Yes. Of the quality of Nathan Ake, in my opinion, no.
Yeah.
Because we have one in Axel Tuanzebe, who I believe, if he's not at that level yet of Mings and Ake, which I'd kind of argue he probably is, that we should be giving him a chance, because I could believe he can be better than them anyway. So I would stick with Axel rather than sign any of those players. But I wouldn't mind him as a fifth choice centre.
I like Ake. I've always liked Ake. I do think he's a really good footballer. My thing with United at the moment is, unless we're signing first choice footballers, what's the point? I don't think and Grealish aside, because I actually don't think Grealish is a first 11 player, but, it's probably the next question actually, so I'll talk more on Grealish in that one. United have to improve the first 11. When you look at the recent signings, Maguire, Wan-Bissaka, Bruno, these guys have come into the first 11 and made an impact. You've had James come in as a squad rotation player, that's fine. You've had Ighalo signed for the pure purpose of being the backup striker, that is fine. But there's a right winger, a centre half, and I think you can make a case for a centre mid, certainly one long term to take over Matic. Those have to be your Bruno, your Maguire, your Wan-Bissaka level players, and I don't think Ake is quite at that level yet, and he could be, but he's not there yet.
I'm not sure about, like, with the centre-half one, I kind of get getting someone in to provide cover, kind of in the same way of an Ighalo, because you look at Maguire, Lindelof, Bailly, I don't think we've quite given up on any of them yet.
No.
But you all kind of feel like...
Mate, the meter's running on Bailly with his injuries. Same way with Axel. Axel could lose out here because injuries.
He had his big chance as well against Liverpool, and then he gets pulled out. You never know what could have happened to him then. And it's right, injuries aren't helping. But I can't see us buying a first-choice centre-half. I really can't. We heard the reports this week as well that Ollie's looking at a right-sided midfielder, a holding midfielder, and all these kind of... And even that surprised me. He's getting a striker and a holding midfielder, potentially, before... a centre. Does that surprise you because of Matic's contract and Ighalo?
A little bit, yeah. And I think Ollie might be being purposely forceful with some of this, and I'm not 100% sure why. Like, I can't fully see what the final picture he's trying to draw is yet, and maybe it's a different formation, as Age has sort of said, like, what formations could you see? Maybe there's another formation in the pipeline. Solskjaer changed his formation at Mulder quite often in a successful team, so he wasn't someone like, fucking hell, what we're doing, trying to find something that works. They were winning, and he would change it up, and they continue to win. So I think he likes to have a couple of cards he can play, and I like that because it's good to keep the opposition guessing and that have them wondering how to prepare for you.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see who sent it in. AJE. So AJE said this question, and he said it in regards to possible formation. So... do you think Ollie's potential chase for a centre-back is down to him wanting to be able to go to a different formation rather than having depth?
I wonder. Yeah, I think it might be, yeah. And I wonder if the extra striker is because at some point he envisages playing maybe 3-5-2, and that's why it looks like it does when you're like, well, why do we need that? You're like, because you don't know what he's planning for, potentially. He's very forceful with the striker situation thing, though. really forceful with the striker situation thing. Like, and I don't know if that was a message to the board. People was like, well, you've got, Marshall, you've got Greenwood and all this, that and the other. You still want a centre forward? And he's like, yeah, I do. Oh, okay.
It's like, when you speak to your parents about back in the day and they're like, oh, well, back in my day it was hard and all this. And it's like, Ollie must be like, well, back in my day, I was at United winning trophies. And they're still signed Teddy Shea. They're still signed this guy. They're still signed that guy. So we're going to do the same now. This is the levels that we have to be at. And it's
when we signed Robin Van Persie, we had Welbeck, we had Chico, we had Rooney, and who's the other one? Berber Don. What? By the way, did you see Welbeck's goal? I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, my.
I avoided all football yesterday, and apart from Stretford Paddock FC.
Why haven't you seen it, man?
Because I just haven't. The only thing I've seen is Jamie Vardy's karate kick.
That was definitely not a foul, by the way. Why is your head on the floor? Why is your head down there? That's the worst thing in football, when you challenge someone and you get high foot, but your foot's lower than your waist.
He meant it, though.
I would like to be proven wrong, but I don't think he meant it. And I hate Jamie Vardy. So,
right, next question. Tom Simpson. We met Tom over in Straya on pre-season.
Tomo.
He says, Lingard, Pereira and Mata, 3 futures potentially away from Old Trafford, but can the squad lose 3 players in a position in one window? Who would you keep? Now, hey up. Little legends turned up. I don't know how you're going to get through here, like.
This really is uncensored if we get Alex in here.
Someone come shift these boxes for us.
There we go.
We're in.
Ooh. Finish that question and we'll get Alex in next. Oh, he's in already.
He's in here.
Can we get him in the shot?
Can we get a camera up on here? What's happening now, kid?
Well and truly uncensored. At least you got your mask on though, eh?
Lingard, Pereira and Mata, 3 futures potentially away from Old Trafford. This is where I wanted to talk about Grealish. Everyone's going, wait, yeah, you're right. Can we lose Mata and Pereira and Lingard? Well, I'll tell you how much all 3 of them have played post Bruno. I think you can if you get a Grealish. I think Grealish is better than all 3 of them and would play as much as all 3 of them have.
And that's the thing. I think us at Manchester United, we as fans, I say us at Manchester United like I work for them, but us at Manchester United as fans, we kind of get caught in this, Marshall's playing up top, so why do we need a striker? Or, Mason Greenwood's playing so well, why do we need Jadon Sancho? And really, like, if we use our brains, we need these players still. If we look at our bench, it's not good enough. I love Jesse Lingard. I proper do like him. He's a good lad. He's got a good heart and he's a proper Manchester United fan. But ultimately, he haven't been good enough for the last 12 months.
Post World Cup,
Pereira,
we said before that he didn't come back from the World Cup.
He didn't. And I think ultimately, those are the players that we need to be improving on, whether that comes from within themselves between now and the end of the season or comes from making signings.
Can we get a camera on Alex?
And if you're bringing Jack Grealish off the bench or you're starting him occasionally and you're able to rest Rashford for the Champions League next game, and look at City.
Yeah.
City don't think, I don't need Riyad Mahrez because we got Sterling. I don't need Bernardo Silva because we got De Bruyne.
Get him in.
They're getting him in because they need the depth. Ain't they, Al?
You're right. When was the last time he was in school? Yeah, long ass time ago is when it was, wasn't it? Could Sam and Ian come on as guests at some point?
Yeah, Sam and Ian can come on. We haven't lost the old Devils. I mean, look, you got Alex Neil comes flying in whenever he wants.
I've spoke to both of them.
Yeah.
Both of them are coming on for a podcast. We're going to try and line it up where they both come on together because that'd be the best way, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's difficult to get Sam on. Obviously, he's got other commitments and he's got a great job at the moment, which takes him various other places. Ian's on the comedy circuit somewhere.
Not so much while there's no clubs open, but yeah.
Oh, yeah. So we'll get them in. We'll get them in.
They're definitely both having it.
We're still having fan cams. You're still going to be on fan cams, aren't you?
Yeah, we're having it, yeah. I seen you in the... you're in K-Stand, aren't you?
How did you get in the ground when we were at home?
No, it was a picture.
Oh.
When did that go out, by the way? The thing's about to get on the pictures.
Yeah, they did a thing where you could be on, I think the hashtag on the pitch, you could apply and send a photo in.
Never saw it.
Never wanted to put a picture of me and you in there, Al.
We saw it in the second half of the first game.
Right.
Yeah. And then we forgot about it and then we seen it.
Lord Neen says,
You're on camera now, Al.
if you're stuck... We're on now, yeah. Say hi. It says, if you're stuck on a desert island and you can take one of each, a TV show, a movie, a book, and an album.
TV show, my favourite TV show, it would be the box set of Only Fools or Phoenix Nights or Catfish. I love Catfish.
Phoenix Nights is a belter in it to keep rewatching, but I think I'd probably go for Band of Brothers.
Only Fools is longer, so you've got...
That's what I was. That's sort of why I went with Band of Brothers, because it's 10 hours. So I mean, you've got some content in there. Movie, Gladiator. Again, it's a long one, so you can get away with like watching it quite a lot.
Movie, I'd go Snatch.
Top film. Book. I haven't really read a book loads.
Because you want to escape, don't you? So you like mentally, you want to escape, wouldn't you? So what kind of book? Maybe I'd bring the 98, 99 year book.
Do you know what I'm going to bring? How to cook for yourself on a desert island cookbook.
Cooking on a desert island for dummies.
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah. I mean that. Yeah. What film are you taking on a desert island?
What's your favourite film? Have a little think and we'll talk about our album.
Peter Rabbit, is it?
Album.
See, because music is a difficult... Because you're lonely. Like, I was thinking then Get Rich or Die Trying's a great album. Various different... But you're on a desert island on your own. You can't start feeling like you want to shoot someone.
Can I take the Now albums? There's loads of them, isn't there?
I'd take some Bob Marley, you know. I'd have to keep myself mentally, spiritually right.
Yeah, it's not bad.
So some Bob would do.
I think it'd be Oasis, but I'm not sure which album. I'm leaning towards What's the Story. That's what I'm leaning towards.
Shout. What's your
film we going
film you're going for?
Peter Rabbit.
Peter Rabbit. That's old.
How old are you?
It's older than you, that. It's older than him.
How's that a
Is
series?
that called Watership Down? Is that what that's called? Or is that a different thing?
No, they did a new one, Peter Rabbit.
5 signings to make United treble winners again.
5 signings to make. You've got to think of one now, so get thinking. I'll do 2. Jack Grealish and Jadon Sancho.
Haaland and Niguez.
1 signing. So we've got a right winger in Jadon. We've got Jack Grealish, Sal Niguez, and who was your second?
I think we need a defender. Centre half.
Ramos.
Do you know what?
Be up for that.
That might be it, you know.
I would be up for that. Liverpool wouldn't want it with us. Salah wouldn't want it with us.
No one won it with you.
No one would want
He's
it.
a top double dirty
That is
shit
a
house.
great shout,
Man.
that.
Andrew Naismith says, club's been linked with Ake and Mings recently. You think that would be good business by the club, especially with it looking like both Villa and Bournemouth will go down? You could get them both relatively cheap.
Is this because they're both going down and everyone's just like...
Yeah, I think this has come out on the back of a report. Obviously, we've already covered Ake. Mings, I haven't got a massive issue about Mings. Is he good enough to step up? Is he a Champions League level player?
Mings or Ake? Mings, says Alex.
Yeah, I'm leaning towards Ake, I think. I like Mings because I think he's an old school centre half. But I also want someone who can play football, and I think Ake's a better
I was
footballer.
about to ask that because Ake came through at Chelsea, didn't he? So do you think having that football education in a proper academy setup, you know, because Chelsea are massive, would help? Because Tyrone Mings was still working in call centres and stuff, right? Which is, you know, it's not a knock on him, but it's like because we look at Chris Smalling sometimes. I remember he came through at Mason.
Yeah, and technically he's not great.
Technically he's weird.
Yeah.
I
I mean, shit, actually. I didn't mean not great. I meant shit.
don't laugh at that.
I don't get what this means. This is from Nick Friedlander, and he says, who would win if coronavirus was a World Cup? What does that mean? I have no idea either, mate. I literally have no idea. What does that mean?
We are the coronavirus champions. I mean, for lockdown, we were the best team.
England.
You know, United.
Oh.
Oh, World Cup. Yeah, World Cup.
Who would win if coronavirus was a World Cup? What does that mean?
Is it who's dealt with coronavirus the best or the worst?
New Zealand.
New Zealand would win it if it was the best. The worst, you're looking at...
Was there America? Brazil's pretty bad as well now. You see what's going on in Brazil?
Well, China locked it off, but China started it.
Yeah. You get... That's
I don't want to sound like Trump here, but...
That's a 10 point... It's at least a 10-point deduction for bringing it out, isn't it?
Yeah.
Like, you know... I don't know if you... you don't get credit for that. I think New Zealand smashed it out of the park, didn't they?
They did, but I don't know if that's what the
They're back
question
to
is.
like... Aren't they having like... stadiums and stuff now?
I think they are, aren't they? Yeah.
full on like, yeah, that was a bad 4 week. Crack on. Meanwhile, the rest of the world cutting about in masks like Alex. Off its head. Hey lads, big up.
Big up.
Next question. What do you make of the report suggesting City's season this year could be as good as United's? Oh, this was from fucking Stu Brennan.
What do you make of the report suggesting City's season this year
could still be as good as United? Just City who aren't going to win the league.
Treble winning season. Did I just see that? Right.
Yeah. City who might win an FA. They won a League Cup, right? They might win an FA Cup and they could potentially win the Champions League. But do you think they've lost more than United this season? How are they going to win the Champions League? Totally.
So how Al, can you be better than the treble winning side without the league? What do you think of Stu Brennan? He said who? That's what Al said.
Oh, he wrote that and got paid for it. Now, he did write it in the MEN, which obviously discounts all credibility
Formerly
for it.
great.
Local newspaper, now just reputable online blog. But, I mean, how did anybody just go, how did his editor go, let's have a look what you wrote today, Stu, and not go, I'll tell you what, should we pin that on the fridge, right? Did they go, actually, we'll put that in our newspaper?
But this is the point that, and it's the reason why I very rarely click links or anything like that. Because the people that he works with would have saw that and said, that'll get loads of United fans clicking. And that's literally it. They don't care what is in those.
I didn't click it. The headline was enough. Sometimes, like, the headline's bad sometimes, isn't it? Like, if you don't read the full article, you just take it off the headline. But all the info I needed was in his headline. And I was like, okay, that's fucking stupid.
I genuinely, I can't get some people. And I just feel
He
like
is a wind-up merchant,
Manchester United's success is always overlooked. I don't know what it is about United, or obviously we've made people's lives live in hell growing up and all that. But when it's United, our success is overlooked. Or even, for example, let me take you here. Look at Jose Mourinho when he was at United. Can you imagine what happened the other day with Son and Lloris happened in United shirts at Old Trafford? Because Jamie Redknapp and all that were on Sky, and I like Jamie Redknapp at times, funnily enough. But he was on Sky saying, "Oh, it's great passion. Jose will be loving this. Look at the players; they're doing his job for him." When I know 100 million% they wouldn't have been saying that if it was United. And it's like sometimes I think they know they've got easy wins with things. It's like sometimes me and you will think, "Oh, let's just do a video of ripping Arsenal because we'll piss them off." Like, it's funny, but like I think they go too far with that with United. And journalists are supposed to be reputable. They're supposed to be respectable. We're United fans. We're allowed to rip into people. Do you know what I mean?
I'm a YouTuber.
We're not professing to be journalists that have gone to uni all our lives and did that. And I think these journalists now, have become what they hate. They've become what they hate. They all talk about us. They all look down their nose at us. But we're doing better than all of them. All of our content's better than what they do. Apart from the tier one.
Not only that.
The tier one journalists, which will be on the tier one podcast with Ronaldo and Jay. Plug. But, like, you know, there's very few journalists that are
There's a reason,
quality.
and I love Reddit for this, there's a reason that those tiers exist on Reddit, and it's because of the gutter press. And, you know, it's not fair to lump it's not fair to lump the Sun and the Mail and the Mirror in with the likes of, you know, Henry Winter and Simon Peach.
But that's what people do with fan channels, and it pisses us off.
Yeah,
so.
totally. But it's wrong for us, and it's wrong for them.
Yeah.
And that's why the tier guide that Reddit have got is fantastic, because it's crowdsourced, which means everyone has a bit of an input. It's pretty democratic, and it's based on objectively what you say and what you write.
Are you saying that because you're tier 2 for United Youth News?
Yeah, we need to have a chat because it needs to be higher.
I should be tier 1 for Danny Welbeck News.
One you can just one very thin thread, like just any time Bojan Djordjic is in the news, Adam's going to be the man that's going to give you the news on that. But
Imagine
I like
that guy. Like,
what's going on? Hello?
The news every time something happens to Danny Welbeck. Give you a call. I'd love to be that guy. Well, Danny Welbeck is that guy, isn't he? But did you see Danny Welbeck's goal now?
See? Yeah, no one cares.
I'm off.
No one cares.
No one's seen Danny Welbeck's goal. You're going to make me come out with Dan Part 2. Just letting you know.
Been a good week.
He goes, what time is it?
What time is
it? Are
it?
you bored?
Oh, sorry, are we keeping you busy?
No, he meant the game.
All right.
It was the same time as the Chelsea one.
It's 8 o'clock against Villa, isn't it? I think. But Al, you got any final words to add?
Hey, do you like the changeover that we did on the channel?
Yeah.
Nice one.
He was dead, didn't you? That was it.
Did you? Did you go, oh no, he's dead?
We're never dying, Al. We're never dying. And we're always going to be outside that stadium.
Promise
with
me
our
you'll
mic
never
with you.
die.
I
For anyone who gets that reference, I'll never die.
We will never die. So make sure you're keeping
I can't
it
wait to
locked.
die, to be honest.
You're subscribing, liking. I hate thinking about death. Don't start, Steve. I'll be driving on really sad.
Listening to Dan.
Drake and driving, yeah, listening to Dan. Thank you for tuning in.
Yeah, thank you for tuning in all week. And actually, I have to say a heartfelt thank you to all of the positive comments that we've had this week. So many people pumped. It's energised us, hasn't it? It's been wicked. And tomorrow we have got our first watch along as the rebranded Stretford Paddock over here on this channel. So we do invite you to come and get in the mixer with us. And we're also going to be doing a hashtag. It's either going to be Paddock Match Day or Match Day Paddock. One of those two.
Match day, Matt. It's coming back.
And you can send us some videos and get interactive. We're going to try and push the envelope of what we can do on every single show. So we'll say cheers for joining us from him.
Let
from
him have
me.
the final word.
Oh, go on then.
Yes.
Perfect.
All right.
How you doing now? You good?